Да подожди!
Давай!
Да ну, блядь!
Вот тут, давай!
Зая, прекратите, блядь!
Вот это!
На...
Ухо! Давай! Это стрижка. Давай! Давай! Вот так стригутся качестовские пацаны. Потише, сделай, больно. Потише, сделай, больно. Затылок. Давай.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
However, experience is the suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
They patriots all across Australia.
Dividing people on the grounds of race is racist. Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life
One in
and
six
culture, and I
Australians
believe
is
it's
now
not.
living off the dole.
being persecuted for expressing their right to
We don't want
free speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hello and welcome to Hide from Fire. Oh, that was a bit loud there. I honestly just caught myself slipping there. I wasn't prepared. I made some edits to the intro to the intro video because I got my was it Corel fucking whatever the fuck it is. You know what? I can just look and find out. Video Studio Max or whatever the fuck it is. I brought it years ago. I spent like $100 on it, and yeah, it's like a 2018 version. And yeah, then I went on logged on because it was a digital purchase, a digital download, and like, oh, this link isn't valid anymore. Contact support to blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I found it on a I found it on a hard drive because I was convinced for ages that I didn't have it on a hard drive. I had it on like a flash drive somewhere, and I went through all these flash drives, and then one day I'm just like, I got this hard drive laying around. I'll just plug it into my little external hard drive device, and bang, there it was on there. But I don't have my copy of like the 2018 or whatever PaintShop Pro. So that one I'm going to have to get in contact with Corel themselves and say, hey, give me the link for this. And they go, oh, why don't you just buy the new one? Because I don't want to spend like $100 again. I spent it once. The software works fine. I don't care that it's 2 years old. It's great. I use it. I enjoy it. It's... You know, like, do you have to fucking upgrade your fucking car you drive every fucking 2-3 years? No. And this is coming from somebody who drives a car that was made in 1983. So, yeah. Trust me, if it ain't broke, don't upgrade it. Well, if it's... Yeah, actually, that doesn't really apply, does it? The, if it ain't broke, don't fix it doesn't really apply. It should be more like, if it still works, don't upgrade it. Yeah, so, do I have any... You know what? I haven't gone through my dashcam footage. Again, the past couple of weeks, nothing has been happening on my commutes. I don't have any interesting dashcam footage. Daft cam. Hello, my name is Daft Cam. My name is Daft Cam. How dare you?
How dare you?
And you know what? Speaking of fucking faggot Swedes... And yeah, I put Greta in the basket of deplorables as far as, you know, fucking pussified faggoty Swedes go. This goes straight into our first story. Which is, here we go. Switzerland votes to make homophobia a crime punishable by up to 3 years in prison. I shit you not, people. I shit you not. Where are we? Switzerland on Sunday voted in favour of new laws that would make homophobia a criminal offence punishable by fines and up to 3 years imprisonment. Gay! It certainly is, Asian man. more than 60% of voters participating in the referendum were in favour of the new legislation, which would extend anti-racism laws to include discrimination, hate speech, and... What? Are you fucking serious? Hate speech. Discrimination, hate speech, and public insults aimed at individuals because of their sexual orientation.
Hate crimes here. Hate crime!
Right, so basically, I can't go, so basically, if you're in Sweden, yeah, a bunch of lads are out at a bar having drinks. One of the guys knocks over his beer, spills it on the table. You go, nice one, fag. 3 years of jail. Because that's what I'm reading. That is an insult based on sexual orientation. Now, does it... here's what the... Okay, I'll read on a bit and I'll tell you what I think this is really about. And I'll give you my opinion. Mathis Renard, a lawmaker from the Social Democratic Party of Sweden. I love how they're calling themselves Social Democrats now instead of National Socialists. Yeah, you're a fucking Nazi, dude. You are absolutely a fucking... Sweden, who first proposed the law, said homophobia is not an opinion, it's a crime.
Gay! You will die without honor.
No, it's an opinion. They want to make it basically illegal not to love gays. Like, how long before I'd like you to suck my cock? No, I'm not gay. Hate crime. Hate crime. I should have just got the sound effect back.
Don't commit your hate crimes here. Hate crime!
Right, how long until it extends to women before saying something like...
She never cooks. She keeps a filthy house and she talks profanely. She's the queen of the harpies.
How long until that's illegal? Dude, so much of The Simpsons, the early Simpsons, when it was actually good, is going to be illegal in Sweden. Well done.
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.
Well, don't worry, you're banning all the words, so there won't be any empty ones anymore, you little fucking dictator bitch. From Says Not a Crime. This victory sends a strong signal. What the fuck accent is that, Adam? I have already received hundreds of reactions, he said. Speaking with Premier Christian News, UDF MP Samuel Kamalan. Oh, Jesus. And he's Christian. Well, okay. He's got a very Muslim name, but at least he's Christian. I'll give him that. So the new legislation goes beyond just outlawing hate. Well, where does it go, mister? Okay. In Finland, a member of parliament from the Christian Democrats was questioned by police numerous times for simply... okay, I'm going in and out of like Swedish and what I think might be some bad Italian anyway. Yeah, in Finland, a member of parliament from the Christian Democrats was questioned by police numerous times for simply posting Bible verses on her Twitter account, Kamalan said. And she was even questioned for a booklet she wrote 15 years ago about her view on Christian ethics and marriage. So they've made it illegal to say that marriage is between a man and a woman. That's what I believe in the biblical sense. That's, that going by my Christian beliefs. That is now illegal in Sweden.
Gay!
In almost every country that has passed similar law, we find examples that show it's actually much more than what most Christians would understand as hate speech, he added. Yeah, there's no such thing as hate speech to begin with. It's a fucking made-up term to... Yeah, so this is where it's going. See, right now it's gay people, and then it's going to be any kind of disagreement, any kind of criticism, rather. If you criticism, this is where it's going. Trust me, this is... I guarantee I'm right with this one. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. This is exactly where I think it's going to go. What they're doing right now with this shit is they're testing it out. The next step will be criticism is offensive. Criticism is a crime. They're going to to criticize somebody is to be hateful towards them. So saying that's you did a shitty job, anything like that, or you suck. This is, these are criticisms, therefore they are hateful and should be banned. The ultimate goal is you can't criticize government. The government says something, you can't speak out against it because that will be hate speech, that will be a fucking hate crime.
Don't commit your hate crimes here. Hate crime!
Yeah, that's basically it. It's, this is like this totalitarian, fucking, this is, I've had a few drinks. This is where it's headed for fucking,
I am woman.
this will be the only registered allowed speech in Sweden soon.
And I know too much to go back to pretend.
Where are we? Sylvian Amberg, co-president of Sonderkraft Nyan, No Special Rights, it's called. Oh, that's a good name. And LBGTI group, okay, opposed to the legislation. Okay, so we've got fucking, we've got fucking faggots and lady faggots and, trannies and shit that are all opposed to this. There's a group of them who are opposed to this, to the legislation, told Euronews that the gay community does not need special treatment. Yes. Holy fucking shit, like, why don't I have a fucking, yes, he is absolutely right. I'm going to read that again and give it the goddamn response it deserves because he is absolutely fucking right. Sylvian Amberg, co-president of Skotsknen, No Special Rights, an LBGTI group opposed to the legislation, told Euronews that the gay community does not need special treatment. Goddamn right, sir, because apparently we're supposed to be all equal. You don't have fucking special things saying you can't criticize one group of people, because what you're saying then is that one group of people are better. We're all equal. It's like George Orwell said, we're all equal, but some people are more equal. And what these fucking laws do is say that the LBGT, like gay people, are more equal. Go fuck yourselves. There is not really an objective criteria to decide what is hate speech. Yeah, no shit, because it's anything that causes offense. Who decides what causes offense? The person who's being offended. So you can say hello, and technically, if I decide that's offensive, you just did hate speech. Hate speech is in a broad sense, he said. We don't want this kind of special law that protects us from hate speech. No, because everyone should be able to receive quote-unquote hate speech, even though hate speech isn't a real thing. LifeStart News noted that with nearly 2/3 voting in favour of expanding the anti-discrimination law, it could be argued that there is a large population in support of the LGBT community. Yeah, however, the turnout for the referendum did not exceed 41% potential voters, which means only about 1 in 4 Swiss registered voters actually approved the new measure. 59% had no opinion or didn't care. See, this is what happens fucking Sweden. This is where you're headed. Oh yeah, by the way, you won't have to worry about fucking hate speech against gays once you become a Muslim country. Nah. You'll be able to hang them, throw them off buildings and whatnot. Didn't turn out or didn't care because I don't know if they advertise it. It really doesn't. Yeah, so that's basically that. That is fucking insane. That is fucking that is Orwellian, and I know the term gets thrown around so much, Orwellian, but it really fucking is. It's straight up fucking Orwellian that they are actually doing this now. That they are actually fucking, putting in laws to say, you can't have the wrong opinion, because we will call that hateful. And I guarantee, what it's going to lead up to is because things like Trump happen, things like Brexit happen, like here in Australia, fucking the Conservatives won again, even though they weren't supposed to, and all this shit. Yeah, what's happening is they think that if they can control the language on social media, if they can control the communications online, that people are going to vote the way they want. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Like, the whole Russia collusion thing comes from Russia buying a few ads, like no, it's like $20,000 they spent on Facebook. No, I don't even think it was that. I think it was like 2,000. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Anyway, let's just call it 20,000. First burp of the podcast. I need a sound effect for that. Yeah, that wasn't really good. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the Russia collusion thing is, basically because Russia brought some Facebook ads at around the time, and it was nothing. It did nothing, but of course, these people have got their heads so far up their own asses, they honestly believe, because, the fucking progressives, they control big tech. I know, they always go on about all these companies that don't pay taxes, and they need to... It's all your fucking companies. It's Apple, it's Google, it's Silicon Valley. These are all your fucking boys. These are the people that believe everything you believe, and they're the ones who, you apparently hate for not paying taxes? Yeah, weird. Yeah, you never hear them going on about the evil oil companies not paying their fair share, because, trust me, they make sure the evil oil companies do pay their fair share. Yeah, it's the people who agree with them fucking ideologically that they let the whole fucking tax thing slide. And ain't that the truth? Yeah, I'm back on the ciggies for a day, fuck it. I like to unwind and, I like to drink and have, fucking cigarettes on the weekend. I vape during the week, and then on the weekend I let what's left of my hair down. And have a few, as I'm doing tonight, having some fucking scotch and some ciggies, and I am fucking loving it. Yeah, I need a better sound. What do I have for... Yeah, I don't really have anything. I really shouldn't be talking about this on the podcast, but... Yeah, I don't think canned laughter is really appropriate for that. But anyway, I need to pour myself another scotch as well. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the Russian collusion thing. That they think they control. They think they control fucking everything. They think they own everything. They think they can. They think if they police the speech online, they can control the way people behave in the real world. Only problem is, as I've said before, Twitter makes up 2% of the population. They honestly think if they just ban people saying "Go Trump," like, CAG, MAGA, fucking 2020, if they ban people from posting shit if they could have just banned people from posting on Facebook and from saying Brexit, yay, go Brexit, they honestly think if they can if they can do that, then people won't vote for things like Donald Trump. They won't vote for things like Brexit. Because in their world, working class people are like they are, and they just live their whole lives online. Like, dude, when this is all gonna happen, and conservative, they're gonna be banning fucking any kind of dissenting conservative views online. Anywhere they happen, they're gonna be banning it. They get like this podcast. I get 0 fucking views on YouTube. I get nothing on YouTube, but I keep posting it on YouTube anyway, because fucking why not? I use a multi-streaming thing where I go out to a couple of places so I can... Yeah, nobody's listening to this on YouTube at all. And, they're not going to let it get promoted at all, and I don't care. I just put it there because it's there. So why the fuck not have a YouTube account for this podcast? Why the fuck not, live stream it up on YouTube? There's no reason not to. But seriously, I must have pissed somebody off recently, because the last 3-4 episodes have been just getting flagged straight away. Last one I was put down as basically, not safe for work content. I think I need to go in and change that and let YouTube know this is an adult show. That may be an oversight on my part, but the point is, within the last week or so, last couple of episodes, YouTube are now paying attention to this. So to everyone at YouTube, gay! Yeah. Let's get my scotch here. Right, so where was I going with this? Yeah, I fucking lost my train of thought, didn't I? I was looking at that delicious, delicious scotch. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Which I'm going to pour another glass of right now. And, we'll go to our next story. And, yeah, this should be, oh, god damn it, I forgot to log in on my fucking... Hang on. There we go. Forgot to log in on my advertiser subscription. Yes, that's right. I pay for news. Cost me $30 a fucking month. Yeah, it's more than my my fucking... Oh, God. It's more than like my fucking Compound Media, Gas Digital, and fucking Netflix subscriptions combined. I pay for a single newspaper. But I do it because... I'm reaching and getting off mic. Sorry about that. I do it because the people who write the stories, the people who run the newspaper, the people who run the websites, like, they all deserve to get paid for what they do. And if nobody pays for the fucking news, then nobody's going to get paid for doing the news. And, you know, things go bad. So, yeah, look, I don't agree with, probably the majority, overwhelming majority of shit that goes on with this newspaper. But I still pay for it because it's basically a local paper. I mean, it's part of fucking News Corp or whatever. But, you know, it is an Adelaide newspaper. And yeah, so I pay for it. I pay for it out of principle. The same reason I pay for any movie or TV show that I watch, because somebody had to take time to make it. People are like, oh, these celebrities and these directors. I'm not paying because I want the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio or fucking Brad Pitt to get money. I'm not paying because I want Martin Scorsese to get fucking money or whatever. I'm paying because I know there's some guy whose job it is to build the sets. There's some guy whose job it is to fucking take care of all the fucking vast electrical fucking cables and shit that's going on. Like, there are people with, like, legitimate trades who are involved in movies and things like this. And, yeah, they deserve to be paid. That's why I pay for it. I mean, yeah, sure, they get fuck all out of what it's actually... But if people stop paying for movies, then they're just going to, like... You know, because the actors, they're not going to stop. The actors, the directors, the writers, they're not going to stop asking for, like, these huge sums of money. That's not where they're going to cut corners. They're going to cut corners with, like, having actual physical sets. And we've seen this in movies recently where it's just green screen and everything is CGI. Because instead of paying, like, a team of fucking tradespeople to build sets, they just pay a couple of fucking, CGI, like, programmers and, like, graphic designers to do it. It's a lot cheaper to do it that way than it is to build physical shit. But, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where, it was all, like, it was on real film and there were real sets and, real cars being used. And, like, that would have, like, the amount of money that Tarantino would have spent on just, like, tradespeople, like carpenters, electricians, like metal workers, fucking mechanics and shit, to get the movie to look the way it did, all real and shit, would have been fucking through the roof. It would have been so much cheaper to do it all, like, in front of a green screen and CGI. But he didn't. He wanted to make a real movie. That's why you should pay for fucking movies. Because there are real fucking craftspeople out there. I'll say craftspeople, not craftsmen. I don't care. It doesn't fucking... saying tradespeople or craftspeople, it doesn't fucking bother me at all. I have no fucking problem saying it. Right, but they're, with these real life skills, and if they stop getting work in Hollywood, they're just going to go work on houses or whatever. Because they have the skills to do that. And they're just going to go away. And then there won't be any movies like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because the people with the skills it takes to do these actual practical effects, it will no longer be practical for them to hang around Hollywood. They're just like, no, I'm going back to I'm going to move middle America and I'm going to fucking refurbish houses because I could actually make a decent living doing that. So yeah, that's what's going to happen anyway. I've gone off on a little tangent there about movies for some reason. I can't even remember why. Remember. Okay, so we are getting into the faggy season here in Adelaide, where we have the Writers' Festival and, like, independent art and, like, the World Music Adelaide World of Music Festival. And we also have a V8 supercar race, but I just watched that on TV because it's way better than actually going. It seriously is. Like, booze is fucking insanely expensive. You can't fucking smoke anywhere there. And you can only sit in one spot, a few spots and watch the race. And, I don't watch, like, motorsport barely at all. But when I do, I'm not watching for the actual race. The only reason I ever watch, like, motorsport, I do it on, like, television, is because I want to see in the pits. I want to see what's going on, like, mechanically with the car. I want to see the fucking mechanics working on the car. I like it. Can't remember the guy's name, but he goes in there, he's like, oh, yeah, and they show you, like, oh, here's the advancements in technology this season in a racer. Like, here's how they're shaving down pit stop times. Here's how they're doing things like, yeah, I'm just interested in the actual technology of the cars and everything that goes around the cars. Like, yeah, that's what interests me. The race itself, I could give a flying fuck about. Like, yeah, unless there's a crash, I don't really care. I'm more interested in, like, the actual mechanics of what goes into it. That's me. You know, I get there's, like, tactics and a lot of shit that goes into the racing. I don't deny that. I'm just way more interested in what goes on in the pits. To me, that's what is appealing. Okay, Adelaide Fringe kicks off a 60th anniversary. There's a reason I had this story and I didn't read it. City Streets Parklands will be lit up with kaleidoscope of colours. It's so fucking gay. Like, you can just see by this picture how fucking gay. Thank you, button. Yeah, look, it's there's some weird Asian midget in the middle there, wearing lingerie. But yeah, it's a bunch of fucking pretentious fucking upper class arty-farty wankers putting on their pretentious upper class arty-farty wank fucking shows. And yeah, 99% of it is just fucking garbage. It really is. It is fucking a bunch of insufferable fucking pricks just gloating. And, you know, and then there's a whole bunch of comedians. And the problem with, comedy, especially in Australia today, is 99% of comedians are woke social justice warriors putting on their insufferable fucking one-man shows where they explain to you why if you're a white straight male, you're what's wrong with this country and you need to step out the way because you're holding back progress, man. I guarantee that's going to be 99% of comedians at the Fringe. I might go, but I doubt it because I'm just not interested in woke. I went 5 years ago. It was okay. They had like, what was it, set list? You had like comedians go up and they just put a thing on a screen and they got to make it up. That was good. I enjoyed that. Because then because in those circumstances, people are just trying to be funny. They're not thinking about the message and where it's going. They're just trying to be funny, and that's when it's actually funny. It's when they write these lofty concept ideas with their 1 hour, one-man show. Well, we're going to go through the issues and work out, like, how we're changing society, man. And how, like, stand-up comedy, man, is like modern-day philosophy, man. Oh, God, they are just uppity little fucking faggots. City streets and parklands will be lit up, blah, blah. The number, it might be close to retirement. Oh, why? Because the festival's 60 years old, blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, and here we go. I'm so excited and involved. The artists, venues, staff, and supporters, audience, you can feel the buzz on the streets already. About 200,000 tickets worth $5 million have been sold in advance, and up to 16%. Up nearly 16% on the same time last year. That's not that great. It's looking to be an extremely successful year, and the festival only has just begun, Miss Carroll said. I am nailing this voice, I guarantee it. Friday night's events include the free Yaprundi sunset ceremony. Oh God, it's something. Look at how we're like, we're here for the indigenous people and we're like celebrating their culture. And oh my God, is that the most ball? Oh, and then we're going for a wine tasting in the Adelaide. Oh God, it's pretentious wanker fest. They should call it that. Friday night's events, blah blah blah. Follow 8 p.m. by opening of Yada Dreamlight at Tanunda. Oh my God, this sounds fucking so gay. So fucking gay. Blah blah blah. Tickets $20. Yeah, how about fucking no? Audiences can also take part in the giant sing-along at Lot 14 at the former RAH site. That's Royal Adelaide Hospital site each day from noon to 7 p.m. Fringe artist Uganda Ogabada from Blank to Blank and Cure, Izzy Hart from Rogue, Pixel Witch from Blunderland, Kari Hunter from Lost, and Remy Martin from LIAR got the celebration started with a giant illuminated numerals from Modern Party High. Oh my god, what a fucking holy fucking shit. You know what I think about that? That just sounds fucking insufferable. The Adelaide Fringe Show allows you to be and see and do anything you want. It's essentially a wonderland full of endless possibilities. Miss Hunter said, yeah, let me guess, kitty fucking's in there, you creepy fucking dance studio perverts. Yep, called it. Ariel Drag, Pixie Artist, oh my god, Ariel, that's Ariel. An aerial drag artist.
You're fucking a white male!
Is that why I don't understand, or I don't fucking find that appealing at all? Apparently. Aerial drag artist, Pixel Witch, aka Joshua L. Oh, he's so fabulous. Is making his first Australian visit at Adelaide Fringe debut with New York variety show Blunderland. Oh my god, I just have to be there. We'll be having cheese and wine after. Vegan wine, of course, and vegan cheese. Oh my god, this is just horrible. I'm hoping that we bring magic to people and that we inspire people to live their best life, as long as that life isn't in any way centre of right and it's completely woke and, you know, vote green and support the ABC, obviously. I think everyone has a clown inside of us. Yeah, you do. Absolutely, you fucking fruitcake. Someone who is silly and colourful and bright, and who was not afraid to meet strangers and have fun. Oh my god, this is date rape. More than 7,000 artists from all over the world will take part in the 1,210 shows, events in the Fringe. They're all fucking garbage, seriously. Like, just go see Dave Hughes. Which runs until March 15. The Adelaide Festival, which is also marking blah 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 60 years. Why did I say blah 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 and then read it? Opens on February 28. Book it. Yeah, okay. So this is where this is going. We're having the fucking Festival of the Woke in Adelaide, and like, oh my god, if you just don't go, it's so typical of these like bogans. They just don't want to experience other things that aren't theirs. Really? So are you going to head over to the supercars and have a... Of course not. That's dirty and beneath me. Fucking faggots. Alright. How we going? How we going? We're doing good for time. That's nice. You know it. I had another Adelaide Fringe story. Oh, here it is. Why did I not put them together? Hang on. So let me move this around so I don't fuck up where I'm going. Ugh. Oh, God, why have I suddenly got a block? I was doing that fucking pompous voice. I've given myself fucking some kind of sinus problem. You know, cigarettes and booze probably aren't helping, but go fuck yourself. I like drinking and smoking. I likes it, I tell you. I likes it.
How dare you?
Oh, God, sorry. I'm going to absolutely try not to sniffle on fucking mic. That is... Jesus Christ, yeah, I can hear it too, and I don't like it either. There's either. Yeah, it starts with an E. Oh, scotch. Num, num, num. Okay, yeah, here's our next Fringe story. Yeah, that's what did it. That's why I fucked up my sinuses, making that fucking ridiculous noise. Adelaide Fringe comedian Gabriel Rossi accepts Nick Giannopoulos' challenge in the War of the Wogs. It's so funny because I'm broadcasting this to Twitch is one of the other places, and I'm not allowed, like, this is the title of this episode is called Copyright WOG because of this story that I'm about to read. You can't use the word WOG on Twitch. Apparently, yeah, you can on fucking DLive and fucking YouTube, though. Because it's not a slur. It's just what they are. They're fucking wogs. They're greasy fucking wops. Yeah, wop is worse. WOG is like the PC version of WAP, but fucking who knows. Fucking gamers. Bunch of pussies. Fringe comedian is trying to change his name to Woggy to get around the Wogboy actor Nick Giannopoulos claimed ownership of the term wogs. Oh, that's the fucking soundbite I was supposed to look up for this and I didn't. You goddamn fucking idiot, Adam. No, this was done by fucking The Late Show in the 90s. They made fun of this. Okay, so this is the guy here, Nick Giannopoulos, who just does all these things, wogs at work, wogs at this, everything. It just has up dances with wogs. Actually, I think that was one of the jokes they made about him. But yeah, Nick Giannopoulos is still upsetting performers over restriction using the word wogs to perform their shows. A comedian at war with Nick Giannopoulos ownership. So this is Nick Giannopoulos was like big for like half a minute in the 80s and 90s. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. When I say he was big for half a minute, he was fucking big. Like, you know, this is before the internet when, you know, if you could get on, he was on like basically every TV channel and then, you know, admittedly only like 2 or 3 in Australia at the time. But he was all over fucking TV. Everywhere he went. Like, he's nothing like him, but for all intents and purposes, this guy was Australia's Andrew Dice Clay at the time. Like, when Dice was selling out Madison Square Garden, this guy was doing as close to that as you can get, like, in Australia. He was, like, Sydney Opera House, shit like that. Like, he was huge in Australia. So, full respect to Nick Giannopoulos. Yeah, he gave people what they wanted and they lapped it up and they loved it. And as a child at the time, I laughed along. I'm not a hater at all. I just want to bring up this story because it's I find it fucking hilarious, just what's going on with it. Giannopoulos caused outrage on fellow comedians last year when his lawyers threatened rivals against using wogs or wog boys to promote their shows as they would be in breach of the Wogs Out of Work stars trademark. That's right. This is where it gets good. Comedians including Melbourne funny man Gabriel Rossi were forced to rebrand shows at great expense and tensions. Also, you don't have to use the word wog. But, you know, anyway, and have continued to simmer ever since. But Rossi, speaking ahead of his latest Adelaide Fringe show, says he has accepted the challenge from Giannopoulos, which he believes could be his funniest act ever. Nick said to me, if you're upset about this, why don't you change your name to Woggy, said Rossi. So I applied to the births and deaths and marriages to change my name to Gabriel Woggy. It's been 2 months, I don't know what's happening, but I've got a feeling it won't be going through because it might be considered a racial slur. See, now, if this was in fucking... if this were in Sweden, he'd be in jail right now for wanting to call himself Woggy. Feeling it won't go through because it might be considered a racial slur. If it goes through, I'll send a copy of my birth certificate straight to him, Giannopoulos. So he said, oh, why don't you change your name to Woggy to get around the copyright? So he's like, yeah, I'm all right, I will. I'm trying. Fucking good on him. That's funny. I fucking respect the shit out of that. Rossi is teaming up with George Capranaris. He's a guy who's very popular here in Adelaide because he did a bunch of insurance ads that were only aired in Adelaide, and you know, kind of funny. I mean, as funny as you can be when you have to be completely PG and PC and, you know, because it's an ad for fucking car insurance. So, yeah, absolutely as funny as you can be under those restrictions, they were funny. So, full props to him. He's teaming up, with George for the very first time at the Fringe show, a night at the Wopera. See, he's using WOP instead of WOG, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think WOP is way more offensive. Anyway, paying homage to the musical acts such as Queen, ABBA, and the Beatles and singing in a woggy style. Oh my god, this is the fucking D-Gen. This is the Late Show sketch come to fucking life. This is hilarious. I'm gonna have to fucking... Yeah, here's the thing. He copyrighted the word wog. You know what? I'm just gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna try my fucking damnedest. I'm gonna try to find this shit. I shouldn't go on. No, I'm not gonna go on another break, because what'll happen is I won't come back from that fucking break. Bear with me. Oh, god damn it. Alright, what do I need? I need to go to YouTube. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so basically the guy, he's copyrighted the word wog. So only he can call himself wog as like show titles or whatever. And, yeah, only he can do that. God, where is it? Late Show. What the fuck was it called? It was such a fucking funny sketch. It really was. It was a fucking genius. Like the Late Show, these guys, they're fucking brilliant. They only got it was like 92, 93 in Australia. They only got 2 seasons. And like a lot of it, what they did, because it was just a live show every Saturday night, was like hit and miss and all that. But the fucking sketches that they worked on all week and they produced during the week were fucking brilliant. My God, what was it called? I'll just search the Late Show wogs. Okay, here we go. Right, so beware of the wog. Like, I'm absolutely going to get a copyright for this, but I don't care. I don't give a fuck, YouTube. I'm playing this video. You absolutely give me a copyright. Here it is, 1992. Because this is a sketch they wrote about him in 1992. They never name him, because this is when he, like, copyrighted the word wog. And, yeah, just watch how true to fucking life. Like, you know, this is when, like, art is imitating life, and then life imitates that art. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'll make it full screen.
The inner northern suburb of Brunswick, full of wogs, spicks, greaseballs. Who would have dared call these new Australians those names 10 years ago? But now everything is sweet, mate, thanks to this.
I love that. Who would have dared call these people those names 10 years ago? But then a comedian from their ethnicity comes along and does it, and everything's sweet, mate. That is, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to pause this. I'll talk through it. But...
Young, zany, ethnic comedian.
Actually, I might pause it and talk for a bit, because I think then it qualifies as, is it like review and criticism or whatever the fuck that law is.
Lou Interligi, or as he's known to his Roman legion of fans, Alfonso Capricciosa.
Yeah, okay, that's funny.
Dago is not a dirty word.
You can take the boy out of Brunswick, but you can't take Brunswick out of the boy. I feel really humble when I'm with my...
Oh, by the way, like, because these are like, you know, you got Greeks and that. Melbourne, Australia, has the highest Greek population outside of Athens. Just
people
want to throw that out there.
With my fans. They don't tell me that they love me. They don't have to. I can feel the respect. But believe it or not, I'm the same person that I've always been. I haven't changed at all, not a bit, not a bit. Making people laugh, it's always been in my blood, all the time. I remember when I was a kid, I used to mime my mum's Dean Martin records in the lounge room. I've always loved that kind of humour. I feel exactly the same way now. I mean, sure, the material, that's changed. I mean, the material now has become more developed, you know, it's confronting now, it's got edge. This is hilarious.
Lou insists he's just a new spick on the block, but just how did this young ethnic first shift into the white Anglo-Saxon neighbourhood of show business?
September 11, 1982, that's a date I will never forget. It was...
I just love when September 11 comes into random things before, you know, 9/11. Always funny. Anyway.
The first time I ever got up on stage in front of a live audience, it was me and my old school buddy, Joey Spagnuolo.
By the way, these are all real pictures from these guys when they were at, like, university doing, like, you know, improv and, like, university reviews. Same with that footage where it said 1970s. That was Santo Shalaro. That was him being filmed by his parents on, like, you know, a Super 8, or probably not that, but because it had sound. But yeah, it's just like all real footage. That's why this is such a great sketch. Like that's why these guys are so funny, because they'll take shit from their life and then write a story around it that was at the time, and it is right now relevant to today. But at the time, it was relevant. They're fucking genius writers. Like, look up the DJan, look up Late Show Australia, and just go through their like catalogue of work. Trust me, it's worth it.
Underage, we would do our act anywhere we could. I tell you, we had a couple of characters there. Sometimes
all real.
I'd wear a hat. Sometimes I'd wear a purple suit even. We were breaking down the ethnic barriers. We were holding a mirror up to multicultural society. People were stunned. I mean,
that's exactly what Giannopoulos said. I'm holding up a mirror. We're throwing the racism back. Yeah, it's like NWA. We're taking back the word nigger. No, you're just using it because it's shocking.
And you got to think everyone is doing the wog humour
It's
now.
easy.
But back then, in the early 80s, there was 11 or 12 of us, that's all.
In late 1984, Lou and Joey added 2 ingredients to their multicultural melting pot.
Guys,
Well,
such
Day
a crush
Afternoon,
on
that
her.
was the first show that all 4 of us did together. And in fact, that was the birth of Alfonso and Connie Capricciosa. That was the first time they were seen. I mean, back then they weren't as complex as they are now. Like, I wasn't wearing the white suit and I didn't have the gold chains, and Connie didn't have the big hair and stuff. But I was singing about my valiant, and I definitely was saying sweet mate.
Things got even sweeter for these 2 mates as the show...
Yeah, this is like a knockoff, a joke about what Giannopoulos' like, posters for his show would look like, but it's fucking not far off. That's why it's funny.
shows rolled on.
Yeah, and this kind of humor that they're making fun of, this is exactly what Nick Giannopoulos does to this day.
Lou and Christina, or should I say Alfonso and Connie, had become the main attraction.
I think it was Dances with Wogs. Yeah, it was. It was after that show. Some guy from Triple M FM comes in and he signs me up to be like a regular funny voice on the breakfast shift. We used to do outside broadcast. I used to get swamped. I got to sing a duet with that Shirley guy that used to be in Skyhooks. Can you believe that?
I think that's like Red Simons, who's famous on like TV in Australia in the 90s. I could be wrong, I don't know. I think this is actually footage from like his cousin's wedding, where he like, as a joke came up and performed as this absurd character, singing All My Friends Are Getting Mazdas, because, yeah, in Australia, all the wogs would drive around in fucking, souped up Mazdas. Yeah, anyway.
In the late 80s, Lou put the finishing touches on Mr. Sweetmate, Alfonso Capricciosa.
Okay, it might not have been... See, that's funny.
Once he'd donned the sunglasses and started doing the now legendary cornuto finger gesture, everybody wanted a slice of...
Yeah, that's Molly Meldrum. He was like a host of this thing called like Countdown or something like that. Was it Countdown? Oh, fuck, I don't fucking know. Anyway, like, yeah, anyone who was anyone in music, when they came to Australia, they did his show. Like, he was like the one-man MTV of like the 70s and 80s and into like the 90s. But yeah, he was like the man of the Australian music industry. If you had a band and you needed like to promote it, you had to go through him, because that's the only way you were getting out there.
His pizza pie.
And he's a massive fucking alcoholic and just constantly pissed all the time. He was bald, so he always wore the cowboy hat. He was yeah. Oh, and it turned out later, but everyone kind of knew at the time, gay as the day is long. But seriously, fucking great entertainer, hilarious dude. He was constantly pissed on TV during the 70s and 80s, so for that, I fucking salute you, sir. Do I have a sound effect? No, I don't. Yeah, swing your gay laser dick.
Still very interested in breaking down the ethnic barriers and holding up the mirror to multicultural society, but I also wanted to get into the business side of things, you see. Not the money is important to me. Hey, you can take the boy out of Brunswick, but you can't take Brunswick out of the boy. But I did set up my own production company, Sweetmate Productions.
And what a move. It's a wog world. Began in January 1989 and sold out every show until August 1991. The rest is Roman history.
Australia's biggest grossing non-musical show ever. Can you believe that? Can you believe? Not that the money was important to me. Hey, I was too busy breaking down the ethnic barriers and holding up the mirror to multicultural society.
This is exactly what fucking people say when they're... No, I'm not milking like woke social... I'm not milking the fact that I'm gay. I'm not milking the fact that, you know, trans, whatever. I'm breaking down barriers, and it's not about money. And yeah, this is fucking brilliant parody. And all great parody is very, very fucking close to reality.
I felt like I was a messenger, you know, and people were paying money to receive my message. So I thought, you know, we should send that message to as many people as possible.
But if success is the main course, this was just the anti-pesto.
Research showed us that Alfonso and Connie, they were the main attraction. So we stitched up a record deal.
We was cruising in my valiant. I should have gone more straight.
OMC.
Cops got mad, so right away I said, relax, officer, it's sweet, mate. They took me to a courtroom of a judge I really hate. He sentenced me to the chair, so right away I said, relax, your honor, it's sweet, mate.
Yeah, and this is obviously a parody of the Otago Millionaires Club. What the fuck was the song? I was going to say it's Otago Millionaires. How bizarre. How bizarre. No, it's not. What the fuck is this song? You know, I completely got that wrong. My apologies.
Now I'm up in heaven, I guess that's just my fate. Please don't cry, it's not that bad, cause up here I say, relax, Connie, it's sweet, mate.
Not surprisingly, Sweet Mate was a sweet success, but national notoriety was only a whop, spick and a jump away, for at the start of last year, Lou and Christina were approached to write and perform their very own sitcom, Pizza Nut.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know what this is a parody of, but there was this wog chick called Elle McFeast, which is like I guess a spin-off of like making a parody or whatever, making fun of Elle Macpherson. Maybe she got a sitcom. Maybe that's what. But there also was one that was what was it? It was like the Kumars at 45 was a British thing, and they made it like Wogs on the Roof here in Australia, and they did something about Mexicans with a like changed the format for America where they had like a Cheech as like the dad. Yeah, okay. You know what? That comes after this, so yeah, it's not a good comparison. But yeah, I think this is maybe making fun of Elle McFeast.
Oh, what are you doing, Alfonso? You crazy malacca?
Hey, relax, sis. Some guy asked for a pizza, but asked me to hold the anchovies.
That's not a one-off joke. Every show has to be that funny. It has to be that confronting.
Don't worry about it, sis. Everything's sweet, mate.
Our show's going out to a big range of people, like from kids as young as 7, right up to, I don't know, yesterday a 12-year-old came up to me and told me he loved the show. As for Christina, what is she's doing with Connie?
I had such a crush on her as a kid. She doesn't look that great as Jane Kennedy, but yeah, trust me, she was hot.
That's out there. That's on the edge.
I'm breaking down ethnic barriers. I'm holding up a mirror to multicultural society. I'm standing up and representing all second-generation migrant women. I'm giving them someone to look up to.
Which makes me feel really good about being a dumb slut.
I'm always a comedian, but I'm a serious actor.
Ethnic jokes aside, success is a double-edged sword. Today, there's a storm in a cappuccino cup when old friends Joey and Nikki see Lou's disco light on and decide to drop in.
Improving on our act.
We've got a film crew there. And
oh, great. No, come in here. No, come down here. We've got a story. You take our souls and we see them on stage in your show.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
yes, you should be.
I turn on the television, I see Christina doing the fat woman. You know that was mine. The beard, everything, that was mine.
The fat woman was
That was mine. You don't know how that hurts me. I don't feel funny anymore.
Right.
I feel like
I've got news for you, Nikki. Maybe you weren't that funny.
Hey, just knock her off, okay? Look what this white suit gives you the power.
This white suit paid for your bills for 5 years.
I'd like to see some of those bills paid, mate. What about the stuff that I've contributed to you? Lies, mate. Oh, what do you know? That was mine.
What do you know, mate? I put that at the end.
Who cares about the whistle at the end?
I heard
about bananas, mate. That was mine.
And I heard you did that without my
I love that. What about bananas?
permission, mate. I'm going to sue you again.
Sorry, I think I just have to keep stopping and interrupting. I can't just play it through because I don't give a fuck about copyright restrictions. But I just want to see if I do this, if it avoids them. I doubt it will.
Again,
do you believe what you're going to sue me?
TV Week photographer.
You mean sue me again?
What's a Grecian earn? Well, in the business world, multicultural mirth means big bucks.
How's that 1990s cell phone?
I said I wanted 3 Turks and a chink. Hang on, I just can't talk now.
Holy shit. That's what Shane Gillis got cancelled for.
Okay, hang on. The WOG industry. That is the fastest growing industry in the Southern Hemisphere. Did you know that? You know the word Dago? I own it. I own the rights. People want to use the word Dago, they got to lease it from me. Do you think my business? Do you think my business stops here in this town? I'm global. I'm going everywhere.
Excuse me, Louis. New Guinea's a goer. We can do a show there.
In New Guinea,
is this all right?
That's okay, man. They're here for the
What
day.
potential 92%?
92?
Frizzy hair, we can do Jackson 5 send-ups, Don King send-ups.
That is amazing.
Lou, listen to me. Bucks.
Do you ever think all this is a little bit,
Cynical.
yeah?
You think this is cynical?
Well,
I'm breaking down the ethnic barriers. That's what I'm holding up a mirror to multicultural society. Leah, what's that other thing I say?
But whatever you think about this,
That's exactly fucking right. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you want to make money. Yeah, you want to make people laugh. You want to have fun. But yeah, at some point, you just want to make money.
clever Calabresi, one thing's for certain, his future will surely be sweet, mate.
You can take the boy out of Brunswick, but you can't take Brunswick out of the boy. Leah, I just had an idea. Can we buy Brunswick?
Yeah. And yeah, that's what he said. I think I glossed over that, but yeah, basically what he said is, yeah, the word Dago, I own that. That's exactly what Nick Giannopoulos has done with the word wog. He basically, yeah, owns that. Giannopoulos told Current Affair in December that he had trademarks over Wog Boys, Wogorama, and much to my surprise, Wogs. Yeah, he's trademarked the word Wogs. Not Wog, just Wogs. And I think I called this episode copyright Wog, so I'm safe on that one. I'm not breaking any laws. He told the Herald Sun last year that the government had ruled in his favour in the mid-90s. Yeah, exactly when this was made, like 92. Yeah, it wasn't mid-90s, it was early 90s, to trademark Wog. It does not prevent performers from using the word in their shows, but it does prevent them from using the word in their titles, I guess. Yeah, so that is that. How are we going for time? Ooh, we're almost at the 1 hour mark. What should we do here? Should I call it an episode and maybe do a bonus one? Because it is Friday night and I do want to kick back and play some video games. Yeah, you know what? We'll get into this other stuff. Yeah, I'll do a bonus episode tomorrow. Or I won't. I'll just do a regular episode Monday and use this stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. Yeah, okay. We're just under an hour. I like to do an hour. Well, according to the little timer I've set up when I actually start talking and whatnot. Yeah, we're looking at 57 minutes. That's good enough for a show on a Friday night, considering the last Friday and the last 2 Friday nights I didn't do one at all. Actually, last Friday I ducked out after 40 and said I would come back and I wouldn't. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to call it at approximately the hour mark. And yes, I am padding for time. I will speak to you guys. Burpy burp. Yeah, I'll see you guys either tomorrow or Monday. Maybe I'll do... I got to get onto this gaming thing because I think people would enjoy seeing me how bad I am at video games. I love video games, but I suck, man. Dude, you watch me try and play Grand Theft Auto, you will swear it's some fucking boomer. Anyway, yeah, I'll fucking speak to you guys later. Uru, sayonara, and whatnot. Yeah, okay, stop patting at him. And every time I say stop padding, it is absolutely padding. Okay, oh, hit 50. I just fucking, yeah, bullshitted an extra minute and 15 seconds out of this fucking podcast. All right, see you guys later. Peace.
Let's go. This is better than the halftime show. Oh, what's going on? Fall. Oh!
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.